Happy Sunday, fun day. Game 7, one Game 7 of 2 Game 7s here today. We are excited to be able to stream one of the Game 7s in the NCX Draft League playoffs for Season 5 as 5 straight boosts and Havoc are going to go head-to-head faction mirror match on chance. It's going to be very exciting. Yes, there are 7 Falcons. I promise you 7 Falcons between these two lists. I am not making that up. I'm not lying at all. I, of course, am joined, first time guest, hopefully not the last, of our show here. We got Mr. Sean Bowman, Captain of Ascendancy. Welcome, Sean.
Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it.
Yes, Sean, you've picked up a lot of games. You're just talking off, kind of off stream about how many games you have picked up on Ascendancy TV on Twitch. So, of course, y'all should be following that channel because the work that Sean and those who kind of do the pickup game streams, ends up being more than, it's just so valuable because Greg can't always stream and I've been gone a lot, have not been able to cover as much X-Wing. And Sean, you've definitely picked up the reins and we appreciate that, man. Thanks.
Hey, just there to help the group out. So, it's more content, more practice for me, and just a chance for everybody to see some more X-Wing.
Absolutely. There's never enough X-Wing. There's a lot to talk about with X-Wing, Sean, with just like X-Wing at large, and definitely I'll be saving, some of my takes for the podcast recording that we're going to do, but I definitely am curious about your thoughts as I have been kind of out of the loop in terms of seeing what everyone is saying about the recent news as we keep getting kind of little droplets and more news about, kind of what to expect with OP and Embrace Your Group, Fallout, and all these other things. But, of course, as we had teased, there is a game of X-Wing that will be going on during the course of that conversation. Let's first introduce the players. I know, can you believe it? We may or may not mention something that happens during this game, but at least visually you can see what's going on if we continue the longstanding tradition of not doing proper commentary of the game itself. Because, why would we do that here?
Right?
What are we doing? So on the left here, tradition, Fiddler on the Roof. I have seen most of that movie, but not all of it because I'm a heathen, but at least I can quote it.
I have not seen any of that.
My parents love that movie. They love those oldies.
As do mine.
So first of all, we've got 5 straight boosts captained by Michael Shively. He's got his Resistance guy, and Sam, Old Man Sam is the name. I don't know how old Sam is. He doesn't sound that old. He's bringing his Resistance crew, trying to take this series and move on to the conference championships. Is it called conference finals or championship? What's the semantic of it?
Probably conference finals if
conference
we're
finals.
The sports nomenclature.
Sure, yes. Conference finals makes sense. Thank you, Sean. We'll break down the list in a second. I'll open up betting in a moment, but he is facing off against Mr. Mark Packer Hughes. The UK chap is bringing his own take on Resistance, and I apologize to everybody I trolled. I think you all figured out there probably were not going to be 7 Falcons. Just kind of a good assumption there. Unfortunately, it's difficult to fit 7 Falcons into 2 lists. So let me move my camera over, flip it over. Of course, Team Havoc represented, or rather captained by Crispy, who is in the chat to watch this game. Not surprising to see Havoc once again in the playoffs. I think they started off with 3 or 4 straight series losses, if I remember correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong. And they did a good job of kind of riding the ship and making the playoffs as they have. Multiple championships under their belt at this point as well. So Crispy doing his thing.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I know Crispy has won the first 3, and he's back in contention this season. It wouldn't break my heart from a league perspective to see somebody completely new win the season. But if Havoc goes on, if Havoc goes on to win, I mean, Crispy is probably the captain of the decade for the NCX league.
Ooh, captain of the decade, yeah. I unfortunately kind of fall a little short in being a captain of the decade the couple of times I was captain, but But Crispy, I think, is definitely someone I would consider to be a good candidate for captain of the decade. We should do an award ceremony where we get everybody together in dresses, tuxedos, everything, and have these awesome, super expensive awards that we give out to make ourselves all feel better.
Only if we all wear boutonnieres.
Perfect. That's the main caveat here. So, which list do you want to break down here, Sean? As betting is open, I do hope and expect people to get their bets in here. We have almost 30 people watching already, so we're getting our final setup and placements in before we start time. We are not playing salvage, we're playing chance, which the overlay is about to change to properly reflect that. Let's go over.
I would say let's break down the team that has the Y-Wings in it, but both teams have Y-Wings. So let's start with our candidate from across the pond, Mark, who was inspired to run the 2 Y-Wings with concussion bombs from seeing Matt and others' success with it. So
yep. Betting is properly open now, folks, by the way. CloudBot turned itself off again. So now you can bet. Sorry about that, everybody. I called you out, gaslighted you, and it wasn't even your fault. Go ahead. Break it down for me, Sean.
Oh, good grief. I don't even have the thing in front of me. So I don't know what I'm looking at here. We've got Poe Dameron, right? So let's see here. Which Poe is this? This is Commander Poe. So this is the slightly cheaper, but Swarm Tactics with Heroic, R4, and Overdrive Thrusters with Plasmas. So that's a Poe that can be just about anywhere he wants to be, and probably wants to stay a little close to somebody like Jess or whatnot to boost them up. We've got Elo, also in the T-70, again with Swarm Tactics, Heroic, and Jamming Beam. So we're looking to boost people up and do some damage to prevent return fire. So Jessica Pava, M9G8, and Jamming Beam, nice. And then the 2 Y-Wings, Shasa with Wartime Loadout, Dorsal Turret, Concussion Bombs, and Delayed Fuses. And then you've got Chorus with pretty much the same loadout except no points for delayed fuses. So once they start spitting those concussions out, they either have to reload or keep dropping them. So this will be interesting.
Yeah, it's tremendous value for 3 points. Getting all that health.
Yeah.
Really, really good parts of resistance lists these days with those 3-point Y-Wings.
And we know the tyranny of 1 agility is a thing, so
yeah, guaranteed evade. Plays out. Guaranteed. At least when you're playing against me, you'll get it. Yeah, right. I know.
Or you or me. I mean, yeah. We've had some atrocious dice luck this season, so it happens.
Yeah. Atrocious doesn't even begin to touch the tip of the iceberg. But yes.
But it's enough for a family safe show, right?
When your opponent has to apologize for Lee Mackay's greens, I think there is probably an apocalypse that I hope is upon us. When your opponent has to apologize for Lee Mackay's green dice.
Well, if Havoc does win a 4th championship, does that mean Crispy is one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, having 4 championships?
I think it's only fair, Sean, to think that, actually. Let it be, so it is spoken and so it will be written.
Does that make Crispy the horseman of war then, possibly?
Yes, it makes Crispy. We're just going to keep deciding what it makes Crispy. There's so many different things. I'm going to catch up in the chat. Jamo, thank you for the subscription. Shout out to Jamo, subscriber of the Twitch channel and a patron of 312. Appreciate it very much. I will break down Sam's list.
Yeah.
I think we're now officially started as well. So Zori Bliss in the Y-Wing, rocking Wartime Loadout, Dorsal, and Plasma Torpedoes. Of course, Zori can be pretty action efficient with hanging out with a friendly, doing a red action to set up double modded Proton Torpedoes if they focus, for example, and she's at 0-1. And she can focus as well, do a red focus. So we will be seeing her sticking around some friends, some pals. Elo Asti, getting nasty with Elo Asti. Heroic Marksmanship, M9G8 to provide that reroll to a friendly. We've got Tem and Wexley. Heroic Ferocsphere Paint, which is the most Annoying thing to remember in a list is Frostfire Paint. They'll probably do a better job than I ever have with that.
But
Jessica
so
Pava.
good.
It is super good. With R2D2 for the rerolls or the regen, typically used for the rerolls, but you could do either. You could do both. And Lulo rounds out the list. Lulo Lampart in the RZ2. Lulo has that shield upgrade and heroic, of course, while Lulo stressed. Basically becomes a T70 in terms of the attack and defense stat line. 3 attack, 2 defense. That is those are your lists, folks. Let's close betting, cancel betting, and reopen it, as I don't know if it is working. If you wanted violence, well, let there be violence. And the Lord said, let there be violence, and there was violence.
Yes. Oh boy. If you're Sam, do you really want to be jousting this?
Oh man.
I mean, I don't know if you're either side.
This game, I'm gonna say something kind of crazy. You ready? This game is gonna pretty much only come down to who is rolling 3 paint whenever they fire off an attack. If whoever rolls the most 3 paint is going to win this game. If they joust, okay. I really don't know. I mean, if you're doing a Y-Wing and T70 against another Y-Wing and a T70, like, I definitely favor the Zori Bliss side when it comes to a joust if you're facing off against the same chassis or the same, general group.
But they ships. Have swarm tactics on Mark's side, so that could negate
a
little bit of
or for Elo,
yeah. Poe and Elo.
That's right. So, yeah, they do both have it, so it will.
So you could be facing 3 6s before Zori shoots.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully you have 5 shields and 4 holes. So if it comes down to just need to fire off 1 plasma, I don't know if that's even enough. You really do need to fire off both. She is 4 points. I do like this kind of flank opportunity that we're seeing from Lulo. You have that rock cover there, and you're not really scared of Shasa anyways. What's going to become a thing is once they kind of exchange fire and get behind each other, these concussion bombs could be a big factor.
Yeah, I mean, the flank is a good idea, but you don't want to be too close behind those Y-Wings when they're spitting out those bombs.
Yeah, absolutely. And you with concussions, unless you reload, you gotta drop them all. You want a turn once you start dropping them.
Yeah, and I don't think you want to reload once you're into the engagement, because then that just denies you an opportunity to do damage. But we'll see what happens.
We will see what happens. Again, this is game 7 here of the series in the playoffs. But what's the current? It's the it's the divisional.
The divisionals, yes.
Divisional, okay. The divisional. What?
Divisional round. Just
divisional round
of the playoffs.
Thank you, Sean.
This team, let's see, will face Wolfpack. So the question is 5 Straight Boost hosting the Wolfpack, or is Wolfpack hosting Havoc? Okay. I believe is how it plays out. Let me just double check that, though.
Got it.
Yes, Wolfpack would host Havoc if Wolf wins.
That is a line of ships ready to joust.
It is.
Chance engagement, though, people fall into that trap of just kind of throwing their pieces at their opponent. And, Lulo is the only one where I feel pretty good about the overall positioning, but I'm worried about the joust.
I've got to say, I'm looking at where Shasa is, and a straight should clear that, just the tip of that little asteroid, but yikes, that could be interesting.
You're going to have to go at least a 2.
2. Yeah.
One will clip it, right?
I can never tell. My spatial recognition this season was.
I was gonna say the base is always bigger, is always wider than the template, as we all know.
Yeah.
So the base would hit it. A 1 speed.
I think he's good.
With a 1?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think a 1 is bad, but
but the template itself is okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Manfred says I have something to say.
Go for it.
I don't know what Manfred ended up saying.
This reminds me of X-Wing 2.0. is what he's saying.
I
Good old
I
times.
I was streaming, Sean, the other night. I was streaming like just like randomly popped on a Friday night, was just playing some games, and Man and I we decided to play a game of 2.0, and I was like, I want to play Boba Fett. So we played Boba Fett versus like 4 generic T70s, and he just conceded within like a half hour.
Oh, wow.
I was like, I just want to play Boba Fett again.
If we were gonna do that, I would do Rack Whisper again. That
Oh
was
my
my jam
god,
at the
it's
end.
just those 2 ship lists were just something else.
But they required, a different
Yeah,
mindset. It was
absolutely,
interesting.
Absolutely.
Or
It was
really
funny being
crazy.
able to nope out with the Slave 1 title. It
Yep.
was just like, what the hell? I was like, he's like, you can do that. I'm like, yep, just gonna go the other way now.
Yeah. Are you remembering 2.0 yet?
Yeah. Well, he didn't really ever play. He barely played 2.0.
Okay.
So I think it was just like he avoids the flashbacks, but he gets kind of like a rude introduction into like parts of the way 2.0 were.
And that is why we have a ban list.
Yeah, that title is stupid.
Okay, so Mike is saying the favorite to win is Sam because he brought heroic. I can't argue that.
Yeah. Watch this game not once be able to use heroic. Like, it just doesn't happen.
It actually last week in a couple of the game 7s we did, we had some heroics that came out at a very key moment for defense.
Greg's saying I think Elo's lock is on himself by mistake, unless I just want to make sure that the colors didn't change. Jess is red.
Jess is on Elo.
There is Elo does have a lock on himself.
He does.
On the left side, you see that lock. It's on top of himself.
Well,
Elo
that's
has
a
M9G8.
Pava. I see a Just Pava lock, but on the other side, yeah.
Oh wait. Yeah, on the left side.
Cheaters.
I'll be right back.
Oh, I'll do my threes
Your
first.
3.
Hey, hey guys, sorry, game state thing.
Yep.
Elo can't have himself locked. Just a heads up. On the
Really?
left side here. Yeah, that's what I'm being told.
Okay. I didn't even notice that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you can place it on another ship. Just choose whichever one you want with him. Range 3. Yeah.
Yeah, if you could target lock yourself, I'm sure there would have been a lot of combos we would have unleashed.
Oh, jeez.
But you don't count as a valid object for yourself. Is there anything that allows you to target lock yourself for any reason out there? I don't think so.
I don't believe so. Oh, a boost forward and into the red focus?
I would imagine there's a 2-bank from Lulo
Is that how
coming.
that works?
I think it's a calculate. You get like or no, that's the non-wartime loadout version of the Y-Wing.
No, just a boost. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh no, we just lost. Lulo did a straight, I think.
It's just weird
no,
because
it shows
Lulo
the
has
2-bank.
Lulo has a 1 straight dialed in, or at least a dial over Azori's dial, but it's over Lulo's card, so that confused me for a second. I think it was a barrel roll. Yeah.
But that 1 hard should be nice to come in. So
I agree. I don't know. You just have you don't really have a good shot. No.
Yep. All right. Looks like you've got betting closed. Yes.
Yeah, betting. So all that remained from the first half iteration of this game.
Good.
Again, sorry to those who had to sit and wonder what the hell happened. I just lost internet. Basically, my modem just crashed, and then I unplugged it, reset it, and it came back up like nothing happened. So I'm not sure what's going on there.
It's just added drama for the game 7. It's intentional.
Yeah. Stream crash gate. Look at that firing line. Oh my goodness gracious. Here we go. So we're using the little energy marker to mark who is being swarm tacticked. And then you can double swarm. So now you have 3 I6s. Jessica Pava becomes an I6. And now it's time for this could be real rough, Sean. We're gonna start sinking shots into the other Jess. So
Yep.
could get some Jess on Jess violence.
Time to queue up some appropriate music. Either AC/DC's If You Want Blood, You've Got It, or if you want really, really brutal, you could go Impending Doom's There Will Be Violence.
Ooh, that works too. If only we could play either without copyright issues. But spending the lock re-rolls into a crit, and hey, Heroic already coming in to play here. Or not Heroic, this is Jess. So Jess is going to spend some charges, rather, almost the same thing. Yeah. I don't think you need to spend more than one. You can spend your own, right? Isn't it 1 charge and then it's, or is it 1 charge per die reroll? I can't remember.
No, yeah, I think it's 1 charge to reroll X number of dice based on who's close to you.
Who's close to you, and there we go. Now we get it. So Jess is going to end up taking 2, so 2 shields down.
Better than 3 shields.
Yep, not a good start there though.
No,
not good at all. They were just checking for how many rerolls. Jess still loses 3 shields.
Was that a plasma?
It was a plasma. That makes sense. I forgot that. I didn't even realize Poe had a plasma. So yeah, all shields down.
Yes, but it saved a crit going in or whatnot. So
I got the
reroll. Spend the focus. Ooh.
Wow. Okay.
You gotta spend.
You gotta spend. That's a really big roll. You completely avoiding damage on a shot gives you a chance to live here.
Yeah.
A small chance, but it's a chance nonetheless.
Ooh, and we've got the bullseye, which I don't think matters.
Doesn't, but we do get 2 blanks. Can only M9G8 1. Huge for Sam here. Not a very good roll at all. Ratchet, thank you so much for the sub. 3 months at tier 1 for 3 months in advance. I don't know you can do that, but appreciate it. Thank you. And Lord Pineapple, thank you for the follow.
Oh no, that hurts. Gonna do the reroll.
Oh. Whose shot was that from? Was that Jess? Oh, Jess must use the ability as well. So yeah, M9G8. Yeah. It all converted for 3, and then 3 damage cards face down. Sorry, y'all. It feels like I am not observant as to what's going on. I'm a little discombobulated. It'll take me a second to come down from the low. I was gonna say high of losing your internet, but it's the low
adrenaline rush
to come up. Yeah.
Yep. It's all good. The chat is doing their job as they should. So.
Just can't M9G8 herself. Who's lost? So Zori has a lock on Jess right now. That's
okay, and that was just Zori. The 6s.
Yeah, this is a lot. I always thought you shouldn't be able to chain swarm tactics like that, but also like it makes sense that you can. I've never died on the hill being like you should never be able to do that. I just like if there was something saying like in a errata like you can't do that, I'd be like okay. I don't think anyone would care too much, but in this situation, it was worked out well for Mark.
Yeah.
So this is now Elo.
If you can get the dice to cooperate, it's a good deal.
Elo into chorus probably. Well, we are seeing 3 dice there, so I'm wondering.
So it's probably into
Jess because we want to sink the plasma torp into Jess as well.
Jess or Elo? Yeah, probably
It's
Jess.
probably Jess. Jess and Jess.
Okay.
Time to use another, or actually can't. You usually used your charge, so you're taking
Yep.
2.
And Jess does not have other charges she can use, so. All right. Plasma.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice. Natties. Okay, the dice are, you're paying it forward here.
Oh.
Oh, that's a,
That's a shield and hit crit into Jess.
this could be big. And crits would be canceled first, but nothing to cancel, or nothing to
Right.
cancel with. So here we go. Uh-oh.
What do we get?
A fuel leak with these gas
Oh.
prices. Yeah, it doesn't, it's a blank card. Very annoying card to see as the last one coming up there. Very,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, we've had a trade so far with just 2 shots versus the 3, so that's something.
Yep. And you missed by about half a base in shooting Jess here, so Lula probably just goes range 1. 3
yeah.
dice. You get a reroll, so you do have a mod here.
Yeah.
Should not the first card be a crit? Nope. It's just what you cancel first, not how you suffer it. So.
Oh, he's gonna roll
Yep,
and
2.
into nothing.
So Shasa
Just
taking 2.
Okay.
Still 3 shields left on Shasa.
So 5s are done, right? Yeah. So now we go to the 4s. So Temin gonna finish or try to finish Jess off. That should do it unless she natties out.
It's
That's
just
not natties.
really not rolling any evades. And how about that, Sean? How about that? 666 is the row of death of the I6s. It looks like Jess is gonna go down, and all of a sudden it's Mark's Jess that dies instead, and the other one left on 1 hole. Big
Wow.
4 points here early on, 4-2. As Sam and 5 straight boosts take an early lead in this first joust-like engagement.
So do you go into Shasa to keep up the damage race on that Y-Wing, or?
Here's the thing, you would have to, it's awkward turning everybody in next turn on Shasa, so you would like to, just because you have gotten that damage in already. It doesn't seem like a bad decision, but I don't know how much you capitalize on it. Lula would be able to get a decent shot in, I think, maybe.
Although Elo is got no mods, so that might be a good shot.
Yeah, Elo, if you can remove a swarm tactic carrier, it would be Elo. Poe's going to be tougher to get with
Yep.
overdrive. Elo, as you said, doesn't have any mods for defense. I think you do take that shot.
I mean, it's
The heart the heart is going to tell you to shoot at Shasa. The brain will tell you to shoot at Elo, and I think he's shooting at Shasa right now.
Just 1 with no mods, I believe.
No, we're using another R2D2
Oh.
charge here. Yeah.
Okay.
Getting
Well, there you
aggressive.
go.
Why not? You have 1 hole. You're a low initiative ship.
Right.
Let's get
Use it
those
before you
charges
can't.
used. Use it before you lose it all.
Lose it.
2.
And I think, yep, going into
Yeah.
Shasa, just keeping up that damage race.
Seems like this game will finish quickly. I feel like a lot of 2.5 games finish quickly. Chance engagement tends to get drawn out a little bit more because there's only one way to score points, really. I mean, besides everyone scoring the center once a turn.
Yep.
So another shield down.
So, yep. Oh, and we've got the Y-Wings to shoot now. So,
Yep, and it's
Sam
time to
getting
shoot
a little.
it to Jess. Jess
Yeah.
still has charges for rerolls. It will be hard to kill Jess here.
So 2v3.
2v3. I don't know if there are any
2v4?
mods for Shasa. Shasa is only going to get 1. Probably going to be okay, especially if you can reroll your dice here. Jess rolls innovate.
Nice.
1 more shot from another Y-Wing. Range 3. This one, you do have a focus.
Yep.
Natties.
Doesn't need it. Wow.
Here we go. Here we go, Jess. Can we hold on for dear life here and be a disruptor? There are
Yes,
2
we
evades.
can.
Didn't have to use the
Wow.
rerolls. Yes, we can. And it's going to be 5-3 after this second engagement here, or this first engagement rather, in the second round. Heading into round 3, it's 5-3. Sam, 5 straight boosts with a 2-point advantage, which in chance I think is the margin that is too close to call. 4-point gap is typically on, is a little bit more skewed than you'd think. I think when you're losing by 4 points in chance, that's actually a lot of points to be losing by. When you look at the game state, typically.
And I'm gonna guess
within reach.
I'm gonna guess that Jess is either going to die outright, or she's going to have to just go fast and possibly face that concussion bomb.
Yeah, if Jess 4 straights and a concussion bomb is dropped, does that hit Jess? I don't know. I don't think so. No, it wouldn't.
Or do you 3 straight and maybe if you close your wings, they can barrel roll focus or focus barrel roll?
Yeah. What about like
so could
bank?
You do that and block?
3 straight, you could do the same with a 3 bank. I don't mind the 3 bank because if the Y-wing goes straight, just like a 1 straight, for example, then you can choose to boost. Yeah. If the Y-wing gets goes a little faster, then you could still barrel roll a little further up and away from Poe and Elo.
Or do you just risk it and do the 4K with Jess to potentially get a shot, but you'll have no mods other than your rerolls? Which I'm not sure I like.
I don't know.
Personally, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. Does the concussion bomb carpet start?
Now is the time. You don't have to worry about hitting yourself in any way. Probably for the rest of the game with a concussion bomb. Yeah, you absolutely start. I think Sith Rich P, Mr. Richard, still enjoying the tea that Rich gave me at Worlds. Still been drinking it. It's a big Yorkshire tea box, and I love me some tea.
So here's an idea. Instead of Lulo turning in, what if Lulo turns out, focuses, and rotates so that you don't have to chase behind? Because as it's noted, 2 concussion bombs will kill Lulo straight out. They go under the shields, as we recall.
That's a tough decision to make because you're right, but also you're flying away for like 3 turns or like re-engaging again.
But a 2 hard, and then you could come back around because by that time those Y-wings have to either 4K or something. And
the question is, can you afford to have a disengagement? In chance, it's tough to disengage.
It is, but
especially when you get.
But you can rotate your arc. You can potentially avoid being killed and giving up 4 points pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, if the question is, do you risk getting killed by a concussion bomb, or do you stay alive and shoot out the back? You definitely do the latter.
Yeah.
It's more so I'm just wondering how much Lulo would be needed the next turn.
But if Lulo did do the 1 hard, focus rotate, did the 2 hard next in towards the center of the board, you should still be at range 2 of that objective. So Lulo is still providing
not worried about the objective. I think it's just more so just shoot just a gun you're not utilizing that turn.
Sure, but
you do have the lead
like he has.
Yeah, I just feel like I have to expect Jess to die this turn. I feel like that's reasonable. That would pull us even 5-5.
Yes. I agree. But we'll see if he can
delay.
Yeah, see if we can do something to keep Jess alive a little bit. So Matt, you're watching. What is the expected Y-wing movements here? 1 banks, 1 straight? What are we looking at? How do you set that up so you could kind of come in 4K behind or whatnot? What would the goon do? All right. So it looks like we've got Mark as player 1. And here we go.
And here we go.
Air raid sirens going off. Matt's like, I would have 5K'd ages ago. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Matt I know.
Oof. And could not complete. I'm a little surprised you didn't drop the bomb there, but
Yeah. And you drop
It'll
it next
be
turn,
coming.
it might be too late to catch anybody.
yeah. Well, if Lulo does one hard right now, either in or out, you're certainly going to get hit unless you barrel roll. So maybe one hard in, barrel roll, and you're good.
You could one if you like talking about you could still one hard up to the top and then barrel roll rotate as well.
You could.
Jess is saying, "Here I am. Come and take me. If you want him, come and claim him."
Do you bank boost in now?
Do something. Don't stay there.
Yeah.
Did Jess regen? No. Is boosting.
There we
Okay.
go. Okay. Get you out of range 1 of the Y-Wings turret. Probably block the other 2, which is always good.
Yeah, range 0.
Yeah,
Can be
the ones
spicy.
that always
Always kill. Yeah, that's my experience. It's always the range 0. The safest shot is still the one that ends up being lethal.
Yep.
Not letting play. That's a good point. And here comes the blocks. Red focus time.
Nice. Yep. Okay, he did turn in.
It is absolutely time to barrel roll. No, no, no. Ooh, accepting the bomb. No, not accepting the bomb. Saying, how about no? Because I don't see a fuse. Yep.
So Shively wants to see the self bump on Pi. Is that like pie in your face? Or is that just
Oh,
type
show me on
meaning
Poe. He meant Poe. Calling him out because he's typing too fast.
It's all good. I mean, self bumping Pi is never a bad thing either. So
Shively looking lively in the chat.
yeah. Billy getting impatient. He wants to see some more blood.
Yeah. So was that a friendly bump?
Let's see what the chat says. Overlap friendly ships. Yes.
Just rolled an eyeball result, so no damage. No action.
Ooh. Okay.
Zori wanted to steal an action, though. Not being
Yeah.
able to do that there.
Hurts a little bit. I wonder, could Lulo have attempted the bank boost in, failed it, and gotten the stress to be rolling 4 dice at Shasa?
You wonder. I think that absolutely would have been.
Is that a thing? Just like the B-Wings can fail the barrel roll.
Yeah,
to get
I
the
know.
stress, would that
Yeah,
be a
no,
thing?
you would be stressed for attempting it. The question is, it doesn't look like it would fit. Yeah, it wouldn't. So it would have been a good call to do that, Sean. Didn't even think about that.
I just thought of it
But I
now,
think he
too,
wanted to
so
keep his dial completely open, I suppose.
Don't blame him.
I mean, A-Wings, do you really need to worry about keeping your dial open? Usually not, but in this case, you can make an argument because there's a bomb, and there is the block. That, I think Poe already used his 2 charges last turn, right? So he only has 1 for to provide a double modded shot, so he would use it on himself.
Yes.
So
Correct.
he
Poe has
just doing
1
the red
charge.
focus, so he would not have been able to fire a plasma unless he had just locked. But of course, when you bump, you can't do that. So nice block there. Let's see if 2 range 0 shots can be survived by Jess, who does have another opportunity to re-roll that concussion bomb. Of course, not hitting anything.
Yep. And Greg is saying yes, that is a thing with Lulo, but probably didn't want to risk ending up in front of Shasa. Okay, that's fair. All right, here we go.
There we go. I had the dice cam off because they had the gold dice in there. Here we go.
Just
Okay.
1.
Just 1. Can we get a natural evade here? Also, Jess, I apologize. Jess does not get to reroll and is dead. Because Jess has, maybe she had a friendly. Is Temin close?
Ooh.
If Temin is close enough, then we do get to see that reroll.
Yeah. Gotta spend the charge.
We're checking. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
He's in.
Have a corn.
We're rerolling 1. Oh, gets the evade. Gets the evade.
All the drama.
And we did, at the start of the engagement, see a swarm tactic. So Elo doing a range 0 now. That's dead, Jess. That's, see, I hate range 0, man. I think that is super unfair, but whatever. Life's not fair.
Oh, and almost the natties.
Life
Okay.
isn't fair. Jess goes down as expected, so you could argue certainly that it evened out there. Jess should have died last turn anyways. Range 0 shots continue to haunt.
But Sam's just surviving that round did force 2 shots into her to kill her, so that is not necessarily a bad thing. All right, going
That is
range
true.
1
It
into
did
Shasa.
focus fire at range 0 instead of anybody else.
And if Jess had survived,
It's just
Jess
always
is-
rough seeing your opponent roll natties at range 0. It's just like, it's rough.
so we get the
Attack dice are
M9
just
roll.
so good. 2 hits.
and 2.
You're into Shasa, as you said. 2 more.
Oh, ouch. Okay, that is
It's
half on Shasa.
6 to 5.
Yeah. All that work for a point. And you
Right.
don't have anything out the front, so it's got to be out the side.
Range 1 now into a 4-hole Shasa. No shields left. Zori, I think, just single modded here.
Yep, just the focus. Yep, range 1. Okay.
Just wondering what Shasa was checking. The back half arc for an ability, or her ability maybe.
Yeah, I don't even know what her ability does. Gotcha. Okay.
What is the ability, Sean? 2 hits there. Spend the focus for 3.
Let's see.
Not
After
gonna
you
die here.
defend, you may choose a friendly ship in your back arc at range 0 to 2, and 1 of your green tokens. If you do, that ship gains a matching token.
Huh, okay.
Okay. So Shasa's down 2. Spent the focus. Okay. All right. Who do we go into? Elo on Elo?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's just like Poe's worth more, but it's going to be harder to shoot at again. So you just
Or
shoot
do
at
you
Elo.
just take the range 1 at Chorus, which is probably a bad idea.
Yeah, probably. Only 1.
Yeah.
Do you get? This is, yeah. Does Elo have? Nope, just a crit
Bullseye.
with marksmanship. No other mods. 3 dice. Still have a focus. Probably not taking any damage here. And
Nope.
will not.
Not with those rolls.
But yeah, Temin is going to get a couple of rerolls with R6D8, the Super Predator droid.
You know, it's funny because I remember when that droid came out, there was a lot of talk about, you're probably not going to ever trigger it very often. And the points it came out at seemed high, if I remember. But
Oh man,
I don't know.
Doesn't need to use it. No, I think it has incredible value. I don't know. I don't remember what it's priced at now, but I whenever I play against it, it always comes up a few times to get the multiple rerolls.
Ooh,
And that's 2
that
in
is juicy.
to Elo. 1 shield left.
Okay.
Got over 40 people watching. Thank you everyone being here for this exciting game.
Indeed.
We will be back to streaming more regularly once the team league starts next week. That's 65 people sign up for that, which is awesome. That'll be a fun gap to fill between draft league seasons.
Ouch.
And a blank out there, adding insult to injury, nothing.
And no shot there? Oh, Elo is range 1. Okay. Not bad. And heroic, perhaps? Yes, heroic.
Yes. Making sure yeah, it's like, do I have it? Do I have it? Yep, I have it. And oh no. Very rare, but
That wasn't very
happen.
heroic.
No, not at all. Very womp womp womp.
Yeah.
So that heroic reroll is tough. Blanks into blanks. No matter what form, blanks into blanks is a best not served at all, but we do get served it anyways.
All right, so we're going to see more concussions coming after we roll for these. Nope, we're good. So more concussions coming.
Yep, 7-6 now as we head into round 4. A narrow lead for 5 straight boosts as Jess dies at range 0, but takes up a couple shots to do it. So you can definitely make the argument that she absolutely earned her keep this game, despite looking kind of shaky when she first started taking some hits. And damage report on Mark's side, you got 2 more points of a Y-Wing out there on 2 hull, about ready to drop another concussion bomb. Elo Asti with a shield left, but everyone else is fully healthy. And Chorus about to get behind enemy lines here.
Yep.
So
Ratchet asking why Sam has an extra point. Well, he got 1 from having Shasa.
Yep.
And then 1 for the center. He was at 5 to 3 at the end of that first round. Obviously 2 points for Jess killing her, and then 1 point for the center. So 7-6. Yeah. I know a single point on the Y seems bad, feels bad, but that's okay. Sometimes you blink and you miss things. I do it all the time.
I miss things all the time, even when I don't blink, Sean. So, so I wanted to talk to you about. I'm just like so fatigued from just the animosity and the nerves and stress around tournament season and atomic mass games, all that stuff. I don't want to go too deep down the rabbit hole, but you know, I know a bunch of people locally. We were trying to figure out ways to coordinate some GTs, and there wasn't really an obvious rule that it had to be convention sized and featuring other AMG games, but apparently that was like a rule. And so there are, I guess there are no GTs in the Midwest.
Yeah, I saw the list, and frankly, I was a little surprised at some of the geographic distribution in the states.
Which is ironic because the point of the GT, right, was to have it evenly distributed across the United States set of tournaments for people to have easier access to, and almost like them giving us no time to fill out applications resulted in.
There's a lot of things that we could rehash about all of that situation. They do have the Lone Star Open as a GT. We knew that, I think, ahead of time. That was announced earlier. But I'll just say this, right? In the interest of not rehashing everything, they at least gave us the information a little later than normal, but I think they were probably inundated with the amount of people applying and trying to figure out how they wanted to do it. Haven't seen anything official from AMG on the prize wall, but I know the UK Expo event has noted it looks like it's going to be what we had at Worlds, which I'm not sad about. That wasn't a horrible prize wall experience, right? I mean, we could look at it and say, oh, we wish we had X, Y, or Z, but you know, it was solid. You know, having been to my first Worlds, I can't say anything other than it was solid.
Worlds was solid. I just feel like there's just no momentum now, like with all of these updates that are coming out. Like there's like nowhere to. None in the Midwest. Like apparently Gen Con wasn't on the list. That has to be a mistake.
Right. So, but I mean, to be fair, AMG is not known for communication, right? So I'm staying cautiously optimistic to see what kind of the store kit thing, OP kit will look like.
You think there will be a store kit? You are of the opinion there will be one.
I think they've alluded to that, or I thought I heard something about that, but I'm gonna just keep playing the game.
Yep.
My local scene is pretty much dead at this point. I mean, two of the guys that we were playing with have kind of moved on to things like Unlimited, and we'll do some BattleTech Alpha Strike and Car Wars here and there. But you know, and Noah is also local, and he's back from school, so we'll get some games in here and there. Whether it will be X-Wing or not, I don't know. So online is the only way I'm playing right now, which is fine. I mean, it's no different than it was for COVID. And frankly, this is a great community. So as long as we can enjoy some games and have fun, I'm okay with it, right?
Yeah.
So we'll just wait and see what happens. And we'll have our online therapy sessions when we learn more.
Yeah, I mean, we've already kind of seen what was happening more than we've been able to say in the last couple of months. But it's not looking, if you're, wanted to play at a bunch of GTs in your area and you live in, not far from me or in the Midwest, sorry.
And Greg has a valid point. He's kind of, tired of giving them the benefit of the doubt. And I understand. I'm kind of right there with you. But in the spirit of, let's just play the game that we have right now and not dwell on the possibilities because we don't have anything other than speculation. I'd rather spend my energies on that personally. Yeah. But I get it.
It's like, it's the same thing with when people say, I love every Star Wars movie because it's Star Wars. And it's like, sure, I totally get behind that, but also no. Like that mentality, I think just because it's like kind of wipes out standards, like you can, and what I'm not chastising the way that you're looking at it, Sean. I think it's a pretty it's a healthy way to do it because you kind of have no choice. You can either dwell in the negativity and just be
and I also don't have the energy.
None of us do. I mean, I'm so tired of it, man. I was more outspoken about how frustrated I was, and now I'm just tired. I was just like, I'm tired because of other reasons, but like it's just the same kind of circus at this point in terms of speculation and some people just try to do the spin zone with it and be like, let's spin it in a way that makes it seem like it's a good thing, that it's objectively better than what we've ever had. And I think that's the only time that pisses me off is when somebody's trying to convince me that it's good. That it's like, it's good that the Midwest doesn't have any GTs. It's like, okay, so is it good that people are dying of starvation? Like,
no, it's never good when you have a lack of events in heavily populated areas. It's just not.
Yeah. I think I wonder, I'm sorry to interrupt, just to interject. Like, I just wonder what the point is of kind of doing a halfway attempt to be like, we'll have some that nobody can get to in the spirit of trying to get people to feel more included. We'll exclude a lot more people. I was just
I almost wonder, and this is the only speculation I'll give, right? I almost wonder if they were overwhelmed with the response because I don't know if they expected that, and they don't really want to do these apparently. So it almost feels like it's just, a token gesture at this point, which is, if true, sad.
Yeah.
But Poe is going to get to do a double action here because he didn't bump. So Elo could be getting a little bit hurt.
And here comes the lock. Double modded,
Yep.
using that ability.
Yep.
They don't want their games to be competitive. Yeah, and I mean, it's funny you say that because like initially it didn't look like we were even gonna have a Worlds, and that was kind of wild. And then they're like, we will have a Worlds, and it's almost like they felt like they had to, but they're like, we don't really want to do this.
And I haven't seen the interview Will Schick did with Krabik.
Yeah.
And I've seen some of his speculation about that. Honestly, I think the best thing that could happen for us is they transfer the game to somebody who can deal with the competitive nature of it. I get that AMG is more about the beer and pretzels style gameplay, but you know,
historically,
you
though,
have
like
to.
it doesn't sell as well as competitive. Like Star Wars Unlimited is meant to be played in events, like Legion events, like I don't know, Warhammer events.
Honestly, I'm kind of the opinion that if you're given custody of something, you need to understand what that thing is before you go making wholesale changes to it. And I don't know that they were able to do that. So it's disappointing, but it's where we are.
Yeah, it's where we are. Yeah, exactly.
I
think we have
to. The good news is.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the good news is there are plenty of things this community can pivot to should we come to that point, right? We've got a small but fervent group of Battletech players in the NCX League. We've got unlimited players. We've got Aerodome. So we've got things we can pivot to if we get to that point.
It hurts hearing that because it's just like
It does.
That's not what I would. I'm just not going to pivot to anything else really. Just because
it's not the same.
Yeah,
I will admit it's not.
I mean, y'all are more gamers than I am. I'm not really a game. Like besides X-Wing, I don't really play other games. Like I do this and that's about it. So 312 is pretty much before X-Wing.
All right. So Elo gets
a crit coming through on Elo here is going to be we're hovering. We flip it.
Console
fire.
So Elo is down to 1. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, that's true, Greg, for sure.
And I hear you guys. I do.
Yeah.
I mean,
I appreciate the way you're talking about it, Sean, because I think you have some of the stuff that I'm challenged with hearing, and then you also are you can understand and relate and sympathize and also be honest about certain things as well, which sometimes it's hard, I think, to be able to make the situation feel positive in almost any way. Obviously I'm hoping that people don't think that they the game is just dead because OP, we're basically TLDR, we're getting to the point, we've gotten to the point, maybe you could even say that it's now time to just not rely on atomic mass games for events. Rely on your like local store events, whether they're store champs or not, and online play. If you love this game and want to keep playing it, you can, but do not lean on atomic mass games if you want to go and play at tournaments and see all your friends at all these different events. Like it's just not going to be the same.
Yep, I agree. And it's kind of a cop out, right? I mean, I have to kind of be mature about it. I don't have any control over the situation, so what am I gonna spend my energy on? And frankly, I don't have the energy to worry about it. Yep. So I'll worry about things I can worry about.
Right. Yeah,
and
exactly.
I'm ready for a different dance if the time comes, and if not, I have met some awesome people. Wow.
Jesus, who's the shot?
That's
Who is that shot from?
Is that into
Lulo, I think. Hit crit into Elo on Mark's side here.
Ooh. Well, there's half on Elo on the other side with a damaged engine. So, yikes. Okay. But let's pivot to a more positive conversation topic. You've got your car back. How's it going? Is it holding up?
It's holding up so far.
Good.
Well, there's also warranty on the engine if something happens. So
Hey, that's good.
Yeah. Thanks again for your help and everyone else and kind of helping me out with that. That was really stressful time of my life. It's early 2024. It's like did not need it.
Yeah, no, that's not something you ever want to wish on somebody, right? It's just it sucks.
It's
all right. We've got the
cars,
range
man.
1 Temin on Elo. Is that right? Yep, Temin on Elo.
Oh my god, so many crits. So many
and
crits.
he gets the reroll. Yep.
Give me another crit. Oh, almost.
Nope.
I saw it circle over there.
But that could do it.
Yep.
And that will do it. So we're just trading out the mirror pieces almost.
Yeah, it's
At this
11
point.
to 10 Sam right now.
There's a direct. No, it's 13 to 10. I don't think he took the half on Elo earlier. Oh, and another direct. Oh my god.
I don't know why I have. It says for me it's 11 to 10, but it should be well, let's see.
Yeah, maybe
They have 13 to 10, so I would be inclined to believe them. I wonder what I'm missing.
Let's see
I
here.
think it
So
must have
he's
gotten
killed
half on somebody else.
He's killed 2 ships that were worth 4 apiece, right? Jess and Elo. And we've had...
It should be 11.
Yeah,
10.
I think it should be. We'll
Unless he
get
got
through this
half,
round
unless
and
he got a
check.
point on another Y-wing. But it doesn't look like that's the
Not
case.
Yet. Not yet.
Shasa's already been halved.
Yeah. You can pop in and check with him here in a minute, I guess.
I'll just do another quick audit.
Okay. Nothing from Chorus.
Now it says he has 14 to 11. That's because of the center that they're doing that.
Yeah, must be.
So it should be 12 to 11.
Yeah, because you've got 9 points, 9 plus 3. Yeah, it should be 12 to 11, I think.
Yep. Okay. Heading into round 5.
Heading into round 5. So, yeah, let's make sure they've got that right.
Yep. BRB.
Build.
I think it's right, unless someone's coming in. Hold on.
Hey guys, it should be
Yep.
it should be 12 to 11.
That's what I thought. I gave my.
Okay, cool.
I did. Thank you. That's what I
Yeah,
was figuring. I was
no
like,
worries.
I can't
Yeah,
be that far ahead.
2 4-point ships plus 3 objectives for you. Or plus this
And 1
objective.
point,
So
and I've halved Shasha for an additional 1.
Yeah, exactly. So it should be 12 if you add all that up.
Oh,
3
okay.
objectives, 8 points in X-Wings, 1 for Shasa. Yep.
There it is.
All right. 12 to 11, a 1-point game. Who got it? We
Yep.
got there.
We got it.
Sev, thank you so much. 13 months. That's over a year.
Wow.
So, doing Twitch Prime. Got to use that Amazon money to our advantage.
Right. I mean, we send enough to them as it is. They can give back a little.
I don't even know. I have to remind where we're even at with the sub goals, as it'll probably freeze for a second. 13 for the scenario die. If we can hit, I'll say if we could hit 60, we could drop the scenario die down to like 65, 3 more. We could give away that.
Nice.
Also, check out our Patreon as usual. Mark Moriarty's making some beautiful cards, Jendon and Wedge cards for Battle Over Endor. You will get for being a part of our Patreon. Just there's a tease of Wedge. It's beautiful art. It's amazing. It's incredible.
Yeah, I don't think Sasha's going to die this game. So now you kind of have to regroup to the center, and Temin's in a good spot, though. Does Lulo... They have a 3 sloop, is that right?
Yes.
So does Lulo 3 sloop here? Temin maybe a 1 straight? Because Poe is stressed. Poe is stressed. Chorus and Shasa are heading away from the center, so I imagine Shasa is probably going to too hard. Zori's got to do a blue maneuver.
Catherine saying apparently the other match is looking for a streamer. I won't be able to do another game after this, but Sean, I don't know if you're around. If someone else,
I won't either, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Catherine. Yeah, Lulo is stressed, so Sloop is out.
I mean, you could still dial it in, but it wouldn't make sense to do it 2 straight.
No, definitely
not gonna work.
Wouldn't be prudent.
Oh, we've got a visit from Maya, the cat here.
Ah,
Hello. Okay. Hey, Dean Kong, thank you for the sub. 10 months. These are all lots of months, so it's quite a long time. Thank you for resubscribing. Much appreciated.
okay. So then maybe a 2 or 3 bank with Lulo, focus, rotate might be appropriate here. Get rid of that stress, but still get a shot. Oh,
Yeah, two bank could work.
yeah. Jumo's cat sitting, getting a hard time sleeping at night for a full night. Yeah. Is it because they're sleeping with you and you're not used to that, or are they just yowling
Maybe
all
it's
night?
the allergies. I mean, cats aren't known for keeping you up unless you like try to let them sleep with you. And I don't. My cats actually don't sleep with me because they have too much energy. Still, we're working on that right now.
And how old's your cat?
I've had them for a few years now. So
Okay.
you'd be like, well, why not now? Why aren't they able to sleep with you now? One of them, Cleo, is like still she acts like a kitten. So Maya's 4.
Yeah, and
4 and a
cats are
half?
nocturnal.
Cats do have, they sleep so much during the day that they have some energy at night.
Oh yes, ours are get the zoomies at night.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious watching them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so new environment they want to explore. Got it. Yeah. Do your cats get on the counters? Do you have to chase them off the counters?
One of them likes to jump on the counter in the kitchen. The other one tends to not misbehave. So I usually just
Okay.
have to deal with one delinquent, but neither of them are very they're not like destructive, but very cat-like, very kind of almost like kitten-like the way Cleo acts. She's the smaller white one that I have. She doesn't like to stay put for very long. Even when she sleeps, she moves around and finds a few places to sleep.
Noah's asking, what's the timing for dropping a bomb and fusing it? Do you have to declare it before you place it, or can you do it after? And Poe, let's see here. Poe has.
That's a good question. I don't think people have ever treated it with like that order of operations mattering as long as you haven't moved on.
Yeah.
I think you can just decide.
I think you can, but yeah. And Poe does have a plasma. So delayed fuses says after you drop, launch, or place the bomb, you may place a fuse marker.
Yeah.
So it's
So
after you
after.
place it, it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard someone saying, I will be fusing this, by the way, and then dropping a bomb. So you get the information before deciding.
Okay, that was interesting. A bank in. I thought he would go one straight, but
Yeah, deciding to bump. Right? That bumped.
yeah. But I mean, Temin is healthy, so Lulo's healthy, Zori's healthy. Shasa's probably not going to get beat up here, so unless Zori does like the one bank and rotates, but is it worth doing that? Focus, rotate.
Now is the time.
Yep.
Lulo's such a fun pilot to play. I like Lulo.
Yeah, I'm a little sad we don't see as many Y-wing or A-wings.
A-wings.
RZ2s.
Yeah. the long live the RZ2s. We see way more RZ1s these days, which is kind of odd because the RZ2s are just such a staple of 2.0 and 1.0 or and 2.0. You got a decent amount of like Jake appearances, but not a lot of other RZ1s. Maybe Arvel. Now it's more RZ1s like Hera. Hera in the A-Wing is popular. Of course, you have like Sabine.
Yep.
And
Ahsoka sometimes. Wedge sometimes.
Ahsoka's hard to build a really competitive list with.
Yes.
Although I would like her with like BOE, Wedge, Luke.
Ooh.
Her, that's what, 11, 16 points. So what you could, name a 4-pointer. You could build a 4-ship list with that, but it doesn't.
So with Luke and Battle of Endor, Wedge, and Ahsoka, wouldn't that be 15 if you're doing Battle of Yavin, Luke? Are they 5 each?
I'm thinking. I thought. Oh, it is 5 each. You're right. It would be 15. So you'd have 5 points to play with. I for some reason was thinking that Wedge was 6.
So
points.
then you
He's
could
5.
do either Keo or Jemmer and Sabine tie. So
Yeah, I
That
forgot.
could be
That's
fun.
the other one I was trying to grasp it, remembering it was Keo is the other one that people really like to play.
Yeah.
Jemmer, of course.
although
the new one.
Keo's fallen off now that Jemmer's out,
Yep.
which
Yep. Because Keo is hard to kill. Jemmer is almost impossible to kill. So.
right. Okay. Yeah, see, if Temin had gone one straight, he would probably have a better shot on Poe. I don't know if he's got the shot now, but let's see, into Poe. Get an M9 G8 reroll. So reroll that blank. Come on. Oh, no, can't do that. So 2. Okay. Well, you get 2 more on Poe, and then you get half.
Sorry, guys. I've been delayed turning the dice cam back off. I have to keep turning it off because we keep leaving all the dice in there.
Okay, 2v1. Can Zori do it? Well, no. Nope.
Who took damage to shot before? I missed that.
Poe did. He took 2 shields.
Poe does have overdrive thrusters. He might be able to not get hit by it.
Oof, just 2 from that. Okay.
Oh man.
And Poe is now halved.
That could be enough for game. 15 to 11 now. 4-point gap. That dreaded 4-point gap is here.
Yeah, that's 3 points. So that should be 15 to 11, not 14. There we go. They got it. Okay. And nothing from Sasha or Shasa. Okay, 16-12. Don't forget the fuse, guys. And one more round.
So now you got to find a way to get 4 points. Zori is not taking any damage. Lulo is going to be flying the other way. Temin hasn't taken any damage.
Right.
I don't see it, Sean. I'm not seeing it right now. Unless
they're asking you to delete the dice in the tray so they can see. Oh, but you have the dice cam off, I think, so. Oh, no, it's because they're third-party illegal dice. Haha. Funny, Lou.
I was so confused. I thought you were talking about the players. I'm like, the players are asking me to delete their dice.
No, the chat.
If Lou says almost anything Lou says should not be taken seriously, is what I've
Well,
learned
I
about
mean,
Lou.
he supposedly was going to win the league this season, but apparently he didn't pay the appropriate fees to Buster on time to go through with that bribe.
Oh, Lou is always behind on paying the bills.
Well, he's got kids, right? So that plays into it.
He wanted that plasma torp, right? Because Poe still has the torp left, or he does. That's why I don't know. I don't know why they aren't deleting the attack dice. Like they're rolling. It's a mess.
It is. It's just
It's a
one of
mess.
those
I've just got to turn
fun
it off
things.
again.
Yeah. Okay, so Chorus comes around and Shasa comes around, focuses.
Yeah, if you can kill Zori, that would be your 4 points.
Okay, you bump there with Temin. Take this red focus. Yep. Okay. Where's Poe going is the question.
I do not know. I do not know. Where will you go, Poe?
So Crispy, yeah, you could keep Poe away from half, but he's already halved. So taking that concussion isn't going to do anything other than get him closer to death. So
Does Poe? Why can't Poe too hard and just go after Lulo?
you could. That actually might not be a bad idea. Focus.
Because now, if you
and-
fire a plasma torp into Lulo's stressed. Nope.
Oh. Lulo's just running away. So. And you're not going to get Zori dead. You might get 2 points from having her, but yeah. The second one
I think
from
was that the last one?
that was the
it?
last one from Shasa, and Chorus has not dropped.
And then we're gonna does Poe have a charge to 2 charges to?
It
he
looks like he
does.
does.
Does that get out?
was
of
that-
range?
Okay, so regular boost and
So he used the ability to do the overdrive 2 straight boost, and might not have been enough. Still hits him.
ouch.
Man,
Take the strain or take it face up. Nope,
You
he's
gotta-
taking the strain.
here are we gonna be a 1? So 3 hits will kill
Uh,
Zori.
2 hits. Poe has 2 damage cards. Yeah, but you're right. 3 hits on those dice.
Well, 3 hits would get what I mean. Like a 3-hit roll would be conclusive kill.
Yeah. Yep. Oh no. Well, takes 2. Zori's like, who cares? Okay. Range 1 into Poe. Eesh.
Sorry about the dice box, everybody.
And 2. And rolls a blank and dies.
GG's.
Happy game. Looks
That-
like 5 straight boost has managed to seal their ticket to the conference
Yeah, and
finals.
Havoc is sent home. We'll watch the rest of the playoffs from the couch.
Yep.
But they will be back in full
So,
force. Congrats
Wolfpack
to 5 straight
going
boosts.
to visit 5 straight boost. That was a fun game.
That was. Thanks for joining me, Sean. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I see more
Appreciate it.
partnerships in the future, and I'd be happy to join you when you stream in the future as well.
Absolutely, we'll make it work.
For sure. All right, everybody. I don't know why. I think it's darker. I'm confused. Sorry, one second. Okay. for some reason my screen was darker on my monitor. It was like, did the stream just get darker all of a sudden? All right, y'all, I'll pay out the bets here. Be back to streaming again next week with Team League stuff. We'll open and close the betting. Here we go. Pick the winner. Winner is the left side. 5 straight boosts. Check out his NC TV. Follow Sean's Twitch channel. He's been picking up games the whole season, and y'all should be following that channel and being there to watch those games as often as you can. We'll be streaming more regularly soon. I keep saying that. Just sudden work trips keep getting in the way, but I will not be doing as much travel for the foreseeable future. So stay posted. For those of you playing in the Team League, season starts officially on June 10th. Get 65 people playing in that league. Very, very exciting. I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday. Thank you, Sean.